Really nice up here, Jack. You gonna move up here?
I want to.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Where would you live? Probably you might have to have a tent over there at the moment.
Yeah, I was going to say I can live right there where your feet are.
That's good up here, isn't it? Well, Jack, one day, mate, just keep working hard and you can buy one of those apartments there and I can come visit you. Hey everyone, welcome to another Monday Morning Starter! All right, first I want to start with an apology. So I upset a few people on last week's video and that was not my intention at all. So at the beginning of the video, I said a couple of things to Jimmy that weren't overly appropriate. And you know, I said to Jack when we were driving down to Sydney, just do it raw, do it whatever. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean to upset anybody. Jimmy and I are really old friends. We've worked together for a long time. And I just want to say sorry to anybody that got offended by the start of last week's video. The last thing I want to do is upset anybody that watches these. So, and especially even talking like that in front of Jack, my son, I wasn't even thinking, it just came out of my mouth, no filter between there and my mouth. So anyway, I'm really sorry. I hope everyone's okay with it, but yeah, I've learnt. All right, so this week's video is, I'm going to start with a quote I heard recently by Chuck Swindoll, and that quote sort of runs into what I just said, but also another little story I'm going to share with you as well. So Chuck said, success is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. And I think that is an awesome quote. Here's a little story yesterday. We're up in Queensland. Jack, pan around, have a look at Queensland. Well, this isn't Queensland, it's actually just Kirra. It's not all of Queensland, it's Kirra. And we're up here at the moment at one of Logan's surf comps. And any of you that follow Logan or me or whatever with what we do in Jackson, we spend a lot of time helping Logan get to surf comps, be at surf comps, do his best in surf comps. And there's a couple of things I'm going to talk to you about today on this. It's not just about surf comps, it's about life lessons. And I learned from it as well. So yesterday, Logan won his heat and he gets out of the water. And Logan is a really nice kid. He's just happy, he's nice, he's pretty cruisy. And he's pretty vague sometimes, isn't he, Jack? He's pretty vague, so he's a bit like, there's a butterfly. Anyway, so, look, butterfly. Anyway, so Logan's a little bit like that. We love him dearly. And he got out of the water, he won his heat, and he walks up and he always shakes the kids' hands. There's usually 4 kids in a heat. He shook one kid's hand, and he's 12, but he surfs in the under 14s in some of the comps because they have a different age cutoff. So the kid's a lot bigger, comes up, and he goes, "We effing hate you." We totally swore at him. "We effing hate you at this beach." Anyway, I didn't see it. I was up the beach, you know, at the back somewhere. I usually just hang at the back. I'm not one of those parents that hang down the front, like doing whatever to their kids. I hang at the back. Anyway, Logan came up and Jackson was with him at the tent when he gave his rashi back, and Jack came up and said, "Oh, this kid's just said something to Logan." Logan's come up, you know, a bit quiet, and I said, "You all right, mate? What's happening?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm all right, yeah." And he said, "Whatever." And then he goes, "Dad, this kid said, 'We effing hate you.'" And I was like, well, you know, what do you say? Kids, they're just so brutally honest sometimes or, you know, I don't know why he said it, but anyway, he had his reasons. So, but the thing is, Logan had to surf again in the next 2 hours or so. And Logan was rattled. I could tell he was rattled. So we just went and cruised, got something to eat, had a chat. I said to Logs, "Mate, you can either use the energy and get back up again and start and refocus on doing your best, or you can let that kid own your space. Either or." And we watched a Les Brown video, we watched an Eric Thomas video just to sort of get his energy centered again. He surfed the next heat. He wasn't perfect, like with his energy, but he did his best, he still got through. Sometimes life's just going to deal you stuff. Sometimes things are just going to happen, and that quote is bang on. sometimes things happen, like the start of my video last week. Like Logan yesterday, we all had a pretty crap day yesterday, by the way. Yesterday was like one of those days you're sort of like, I can't wait to get to sleep tonight because I know I'm going to prepare tomorrow to be way better than this. But it is how you react to things. Success is not a straight path. Success is a windy, bendy place. And if you want to be successful, you've got to be prepared to adjust. You've got to be prepared to say sorry sometimes. You've got to be prepared to block that person out. Another thing with Logs, he has lost so many comps. Jackson, how many comps has Logan lost?
Majority of them.
So many. The learning experience of competition surfing, so many. I can't tell you. There's been one kid that's beat him that many times in the last 5 seconds of a heat. I can't even tell you how many times. I sit there as a parent going, oh, I feel so bad for him. But he comes and I don't act like that. I'm like, come on, mate, it's all right. We'll get the next one. But I've watched that kid since he was 6 years old get up and get up and get up and get up and just keep going. And he had a massive win probably a month ago or a few months ago now. And it was so sweet. The victory was so good. And you know, he loved it, but he got there. And I want to end this video on my life. My life has been a huge combination of getting up when you've been knocked down. I have stuffed up many times along the way. I have made many decisions that have knocked me down, or I have had things happen where I have wondered whether I could get up again. I have wondered whether I could keep going. I've wondered whether I could adjust or get the energy to keep moving forward. Like, I have had a lot of things happen. But I can tell you, I want success more than the things that happen. Like yesterday, yes, I stuffed up on the beginning of the video. Yes, I get that. And it was inappropriate and I'm not going to go on with it. It's just not my style to do stuff like that, but I wasn't thinking. But I'm owning it and I'm saying sorry and I'm getting up again and I'm redoing it and I've got the reset button hit today and I'm on the path again to massive success. And there'll be many more times when I've got to dust myself off, pick myself up and just keep going. Just like Logan's competitions. Logan's competitions are a great illustration of life. He has lost more than he's won. But it makes him more focused. It makes me more focused. I don't want to upset my audience. I want to enthuse you and inspire you. I want to make you better. I got a text last night from a guy who said, you know, I saw you in Queensland yesterday. I'd love to catch up with you for a juice while you're up here. You've helped me increase my business 3 times. That's the thing that keeps me going. I want to become massively successful. I want you to become massively successful. I want to become better. But the only way to become better is to step over those challenges, to step over those obstacles and make better decisions along the way. And that's how you get a better you. Guys, I'm so committed to this journey. I'm committed to helping Jackson become the best that he can be. I'm committed to helping Logan become the best that he can be. My other 4 kids as well. Whatever they want to become, I'm behind them. They've got one of their best supporters in their corner helping them, just like you. I'm on this beach this morning, a few days away with the kids, standing here doing a video for you because I care, because I love the opportunity that's created, and I want to help you become your best. Jack, let's get on with this day. Logan's got a comp pretty soon, so we're going to head off there. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you got the positive out of last week's video. I've removed the negative. I'm really thankful for the feedback. I'm willing to adjust and I just want to become better. Let's do this thing together and we are definitely going to reach the top. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.